Are you looking for a conversation? Well, on the Talk Over podcast, we discuss topics about adversity, mental health, society, relationships, eating habits, family members, and those children. We inspire others to help them gain motivation by listening to our conversations as we talk about all the challenging things that life can bring. Join us for fun-filled conversation to keep you smiling on the Talk Over podcast. Hope you join us. Hello. Welcome to the Talk Over podcast. I am your host, Kimberly Griffin.
And I'm Warren Griffin.
And we are doing a special treat called How We Met. We have brought on some guests, Tammy and Terrence Elroy. Tammy was a part of the Bully Magazine Women's issue, and she wants to give some background about her and her husband and how they met. It is a marriage couples treat that we started because we did an interview ourselves on how we met, and a lot of people were kind of applauded by it. So we decided to bring on couples as well to give us some backdrop on how they met. So, how you doing today, Mr. Griffin?
I'm doing fine. I'll tell you, I'm glad to be back. Glad we were able to put together another show. We are waiting on the McElroys to join us here shortly. Having a little technical difficulty, but with that being said, me and my wife, we most definitely will get the conversation started, because how we met is, I would think, is such a easy topic for us because we know how we met.
Right.
I don't know if a lot of you guys caught the podcast that we did about how we met, and it was a little taboo because we met actually on I wouldn't call it a dating site, but okay, I wouldn't call it a dating site. What would you say? What was it back then, Kim? It's called Black Planet, right?
It was like a mingle site. Hello, the McElroys. How y'all doing today? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Look down and it says unmute the mic. You have to unmute your mic.
I don't hear them. We can't hear you.
You should have a unmute your mic down at the bottom.
Their mics are not muted.
It's not muted?
Mm-mm.
But we can't hear them.
We can't hear you guys. We can't hear you. Can you hear us?
They can hear us, but we can't hear them.
Yeah, we can't hear you guys.
Just bear with us, having a little technical difficulty.
Yes. We are glad to have them.
Mm-hmm. A little delay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mrs. Griffin, so we won't have a long delay.
Yes.
Waiting. Like I was saying, we met on Black Planet, and it was a thing back then. Wouldn't say it was a dating site. I don't know what it was. I guess it was just a social site. I think it's before Facebook got like real big,
popular, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think back then, I don't know if it was what was it? MySpace was still still going on. So We're just waiting for the McElroys here to get their sound right, and they will be joining us here shortly.
Okay. So I hope everyone's having a nice
It's
Easter.
Easter,
Happy
yes.
Resurrection Day. He has arisen.
Yes.
And so we are grateful for that.
And I got a question, Kim.
Hmm.
I know where I was growing up, they had a. Do they still do Easter Monday?
Hmm.
Did y'all used to do Easter Monday?
Hold on. McElroy's, hello? Yeah, you can hear me, Warren?
I can hear you. Yeah.
It seems like they're trying to come in, but I don't hear nothing. Hmm. No, I don't remember having a Easter Monday.
I was wondering if that was something that we did just in our hometown, but what it was, we would get a outfit for, of course, Easter dressing up,
Hmm.
but then we'll actually get an Easter Monday outfit too.
Hmm.
New sneaks, new shoes, and
Hmm.
new clothes. So I was like, I want to do this. Still do Easter Monday, or was that just in our neighborhood?
Mm, I don't remember that. So Tammy, maybe I should go out and come back in. Yeah, go back out and then come back in. Okay. Yeah, because they having some. I can hear them in the background, but I just don't. Kind of fuzzy, a little bit of fuzziness going
I
on.
I, I couldn't
Sometimes
hear
that
him.
happens.
I couldn't hear him at all.
Yeah, a little bit of fuzziness going on. Sometimes that happens. But nevertheless, it's been a minute. I know who's ever on. I don't see many on. Well, who's ever watching us? We been gone for a minute, but we've been having great opportunities with the things that we're doing with our ministries, our business, with the magazine, with Support Joey's Heart. The magazine is really, really doing well. We are working on our military issue right now, which will be out in May. So we have some branches, which is my husband will be telling his story on the challenges he went through when he served in the Navy. And I also have my son. I have my nephew who was in the Navy as well. My son is in the Air Force. He's deployed. We also have a Coast Guard member, and then we have a Navy SEAL. We have another Army member, and we have a activist. This activist is hot, and he's been doing a lot, standing up for unity. And Scotty's doing wonderful things out in Atlanta, so he'll be sharing his stories on what he's going through as an activist. So be looking out for that military issue that we'll have available in May, and listen to what they have to say on what it was like being a part of the military services. I think only one person is the only one that's still serving is my son. Everyone else has finished or retired. So, yeah, it's going to be a great issue, right,
Hmm.
husband?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to putting out the sixth issue of Bully magazine. It's been such a pleasure meeting new people and just what the magazine has brought to our lives and to the lives of others.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that we have stayed in contact with a few people that shared their story within the magazine, and they have told us that they were able to do some more wonderful things since being in Bully magazine.
Right.
So, of course, it does make a difference of sharing your story. So it's not just a one and done. It's
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to do with it, because the direction that Bully magazine is going in is going to be great for everyone.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
for folks who have shared their story and for folks who are looking to share their story in the future, I would say it's going to be, I'm great for anyone who wants to join the Bully Magazine family. And we just so
Mm-hmm.
excited to have, just regular, ordinary people come and share their story and
Mm-hmm.
something that they can take with them on their journey through life,
Yeah, and it's an
whatever
opportunity.
endeavors they have. Yeah.
It's an opportunity for them to encourage and motivate someone else by releasing all the past experiences that we went through in our life, and we kind of shy away from exposing it. Being in a judgmental world that we're in, people fear letting others know what their life was like. And that is why
Mhm.
I'm doing a bio about me called Releasing Me. I've been through a lot of challenges in my life, and my husband is the author. And so that will be out sometime in the summer, maybe August. But we're working on it and putting that together. And I should be doing a documentary. I'm not sure yet. I'm working on it, but things have just been kind of taken off. So we've been kind of busy. But I did want to do a video, part one, and then the book will be part two. So you can see more of it in detail. And then we're also excited about that too. So I just think Bully Magazine is a great platform for people just to share their past experiences on life's challenges and the things they went through in life. And people have been joining. It's been very therapeutic for people as we do the audio sessions with them and then placing their story inside the magazine. My new graphic designer is great. So I'm so happy with him as well. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then we're also doing Beat Magazine too. So Beat Magazine is a beauty issue that we're allowing any technicians to be a part of that magazine and then share their business venture on how it was, the challenges they went through to get started. So any new other business newcomers can read the stories and see what it was like to get started. Because not always are you going to get the best clientele when you first start. Not always are you going to just get a person in your seat that doesn't have situations, and you have to become a counselor. So I think in the beauty field, it's kind of underrated because people don't talk about the challenges they go through and how they have to become counselors and moms and comforters to everyone that sits in that chair. Because I know as myself, when I get my hair done, I'm always getting into a conversation on life. And sometimes that person that actually is the beautician or the barber is the one that sometimes can comfort you. So I think I had to put that in place for them to have an opportunity to share what life is like being a beautician or barber or a nail technician or massage therapist, anything that makes us look beautiful. So, husband.
And it's a wonderful, wonderful name, what you named it, Beat Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I was looking at something the other day, and the young lady used that term that she just beat her face, and I was like, wow,
Yes.
that's great. That's great to have that name. So that's a term of someone who actually starts, I guess, the makeup process of their
Mm-hmm.
face, and
Mm-hmm.
once they finish the finished product,
Mm-hmm.
they use that term beat. So
Mm-hmm.
great name
Yeah.
for a
Thank,
magazine,
thank you. Thank you.
and
Thank
it's so diverse, it's so diverse in the way you have it set up to where people can share
you. Mm-hmm.
in India and within the industry. They all work together because you need
We do.
everything
We
that
do.
the actual Beat magazine represents, as far as your
Mm-hmm.
clothes and your haircuts, or whether it's a woman
Mm-hmm.
who's getting a hairdo and you put on
Eyebrows,
your
nails.
eyebrows, nails.
Now we got
So,
eyelashes.
and you need someone, if you're not very I guess versed in doing all of that, you need someone that knows how and has that expertise.
Yes.
And there's just some wonderful hairdressers. I'm at awe sometimes of what our young lady and young man can do to some
Mhm.
hair.
Our hair
It's really,
braiders,
yeah,
amazing hair braiders.
yeah.
And shout out to my girl author Pamela J has just dropped her first issue of the Wall magazine. I'm
Hmm.
so proud of her. She has dropped an issue. It's a platform for incarcerated individuals to share what it's like being incarcerated behind the wall. It gives detail on what changes have been made in their life, how they have progressed, what their future is like, and what it's like with the horrible stories they can tell behind the wall and the laws that go on behind the wall, the things that they're still fighting for now. I have a brother that's took half of his life. He's still incarcerated. So he tells me details about being behind the wall. So shout out to Pamela for that. I'm very happy and I can't wait to get the issue in my hand. She did such a great job. I looked at it and I viewed it for her. So I am so happy. So follow Pamela J, author Pamela J. Hayes, on her page on Facebook, and she'll have a link for you to purchase the Wall magazine. And if you want to be in the magazine and tell your story, if anyone you know that might be able to share incarcerated stories, get with her because she's doing some great things too. And she also has the Brown Girl available too. It's a platform for little girls of dark skin color, light skin color. And she's just sharing the things that are great for us to get encouraged with. So thank you, Pamela J, for all that you do. I'm very proud of you. So be looking out for her as well. So we're still waiting on our guest, our couple, the McElroy. She told me she was in, but we're still waiting. So let's just see.
They said it was coming in.
Yeah, she said she was in, but I don't see her. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I hope everyone else is having a great Sunday so far. I hope everyone's church service was well and everyone is enjoying with their children. I went to see my son today, so had a great time talking with him, and it's amazing how the spirit moves because when I was talking to him and telling him things, all of a sudden all these birds start going crazy. Birds was everywhere, Warren, just chirping and doing all kind of things, and even the lady that was next to me was like, "Wow, what are you and your son talking about?" And
Wow.
so I knew he was there. I knew Joey was there, and I said, "Joey, you got a lot of friends with you. You must have a lot
Mhm.
of friends with you because there was so many different noises going on. It was birds, then there was this it was just really amazing. I just talked to them like they was regular people, and then I told them I had to go, and they calmed down. you know,
Wow.
they
Yeah.
calmed down. So it's amazing how the spirit can move, and but it was a good feeling, so peaceful there, and I just needed to go there and see him and bring him more flowers and let him know because Easter was his good. It was a great day for him. Easter
Okay.
was a wonderful day. He loved Easter. As a little boy, he loved to be surprised with the eggs and see if he had. He loved chocolate drops, Hershey drops. He loved those. So he used to like to open all of them up and see which was in there. I would give him sometimes two inside or one inside, and he would fight for that. So it was just great. Easter was great for him. So I went to go see him and bring him some flowers and just talk with him for a little while and set his little front up because you know how I am. I like to clean everything up, so I pulled all the grass out and made it clean and look pretty for him and stuff. So yeah, but I had a good time.
I know as a parent, um, Joey, about he was 27 when he passed, but though that's it. Those are the things that you remember
Yep.
um, from your child, and those are the things that bring you so close together
Yes.
as a mother and a son, or as a father and a son. So
Hmm.
sometimes I think outside of that, a lot of people may not understand, the
Hmm.
healing process and the way people go about the relationship with someone who has passed away. But
Hmm.
there's no right or wrong to it. You just
Right.
don't know. You can't put a finger on how someone feels or
Hmm.
how someone want to deal with death. Especially the death of a child.
Yes.
You carried him, you raised him. I just know my. He has a son. He's 4 years old, and I've been in little Joey's life since he was born, and
Hmm.
my love for him is unconditional.
Yes.
So I couldn't even imagine. Of anything. I just want to make sure that he sees me on the other side, and not the other way around.
He loved Papa.
Love Papa, man. So yeah, that's a real thing, and not only yourself. A lot of people
Hmm.
I like to go out and
Hmm.
visit grave sites,
Hmm.
and talk, and it makes you feel, connected.
It does. It makes me
That's
feel
okay. Yeah.
so connected with him. It's like I can, when I was talking to him and telling him all the things that were going on, his laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And, I was like, I love you, Joey. I can hear him say, I love you. He was always under
Hmm.
me. So it made me feel good. It makes me feel good. Now, I was very angry at one point, mad, but I don't know what my son was going through, in the life that he was living. I don't know what his pain was, but I know he's good now. I feel his spirit and I feel like he's free. I feel like he doesn't have to worry about what people think of him. I feel like he doesn't have to worry about if people would judge him. He doesn't have to keep up with so much. I just feel like he's just free. He's just happy. So that's what I felt today.
It's amazing because we go through this life, and of course I've been here going on 50 years, and it's been tough. I've had some tough moments, and the one thing that I can say is that it's going to continue to be tough. It
Hmm.
doesn't matter about your financial status in this world, or
Hmm.
you know life in general can be tough sometimes.
Hmm.
And I think what the way people deal with situations in their life differ.
Hmm.
Some of us can be stronger than others, and some of us deal with
Hmm.
situations a different way. Like right now, we have one of the greatest rappers right now. We don't
Yes.
know
Yes.
whether he's going to survive or not, and he dealt
With
with
the
his
same.
drug addiction
Hmm.
for so many years.
Hmm.
So many years, and he has been to the top of the world and back. I mean, as far as what this world has to offer, he has been all around it, and he's stood in some of the biggest crowds, but he
Hmm.
still deal with certain issues within himself that
That's right.
he feel like he needed the drugs to cover up,
Yes. Cope
and it
to cope the pain.
yeah, to
And
cope
that's what
that
I love.
pain. Yeah.
I never did drugs before. Not that type of drugs. Most I had ever did was like a little bit of weed, and that drove me crazy. So, but I know it because a lot of people has told me that they take it to take the pain away. And so
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like, what they're feeling, but we know Dee's been battling this addiction for a long time. So
Hmm.
um, great person, great rapper. I met him once, but a lot of energy, very spiritual, you know, very smart, intelligent guy. And I just pray for him. I pray for his recovery and his strength, and because he has a mission here. He definitely has a mission here. He's definitely one of my best rappers. So I really like DMX, and I know my sons love him. They love DMX. So yeah, I was kind of touched to know that he was in that situation because it kind of brought me back to Joey. So just never know what people are going through, and the pain that they're suffering with. You know, I saw one of his posts saying, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but sometimes I do things right. But you don't know the pain. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts so bad. So we just don't know.
Hmm.
Just don't know.
And every day that we get up, we strive for better.
Mhm.
And we kind of don't know what that better is until we actually meet it. I mean, some of us, I guess, can have our plan for life,
Mhm.
nailed down to a T of everything that we want to do in life. And some of us don't have that. But here's a man who had a talent,
Yeah.
had a talent that took him to heights that, everybody just don't get to get to that height.
Mhm.
I mean, for your name to be known all around the world, I mean,
Mhm.
probably not a part of this planet you can go through that they don't know who DMX is,
That's right. That's right.
but he still struggled with
That's
that
right.
demon. He still struggled with things within himself,
That's right.
right? So every day that we get up and we strive for something, and we strive and we chase after our dreams, we just have to remember that sometimes we have to slow down and smell the coffee,
Yeah.
smell the fruits of our labor, enjoy the fruits of your labor,
Mhm.
A lot of people are work, 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 work. And even with that, even on that level, it has driven people to
Mhm.
indulge,
Yeah.
especially like in cocaine, because that cocaine keeps people going, it keeps people up, it keeps people moving. And I've yet to see anyone who can beat it.
I've heard
You're not
so
gonna
many
be
horror
you're
stories.
not gonna be I'm sorry, you're not gonna beat drugs. You're
Mhm.
just not gonna do it. You may be the one who can. I've
Mhm.
heard the term functioning addicts. I never really understood what that was, but you can have your functioning alcoholics, you can have your functioning weed heads, you can have your functioning cocaine, but something within your life is being held back if
Mhm.
you're taking that time to indulge. So,
Right.
and I'm not talking about social drinkers or social people who smoke weed socially. If you don't what you need to do, I understand that. I'm talking about anything that becomes an addiction. It's 'cause sometimes addiction is not even just drugs, man. You can be addicted to a lot of stuff. Some people addicted to shopping to where they'll take their last and won't even pay their rent or their mortgage because they want to look
Yes.
good. It's an addiction. So some people are
Mhm.
addicted to food,
Yeah.
gluttony and where they eat and eat and eat. So we had a lot of addictions, man. We can
We
be
do.
addicted to things that can take our life in a direction to where sometimes we need help to pull back, to
We
be
do.
pulled back, to be pulled back. And that's why I like to preach balance.
Mhm.
That's why I don't like to go extreme on any end, whether it be religion, my job, work, or anything. I like and I love a balanced life.
That's right. We got to have a balanced life.
Yeah.
And we just got to be cautious on how we
Yeah.
treat people. I always preach that kindness is everything. We have to be kind to people. Always be kind to people because you never know what a person's going through. You just don't know. So,
And Kim, you got that word guilt. A lot of times addiction can come from guilt, you
hmm
know,
hmm
because, you know, um, I just know with myself, it was a time where, once I did, like, I can remember in the past, going to church and getting into the church, and I didn't even want to listen to secular music. Oh, you can't listen to secular. Like, hold on, man. But I had to get older to find out that you needed that balance in your life.
right, right.
You want to, you feel guilty if you listen to a DMX, and I see a lot of things changing, and as far as in the church and how people can go out and enjoy themselves on the weekend, and but they're in church on Sunday, and
hmm
that was very, very, that was kind of frowned upon back in the day. I guess it's
hmm
just becoming the norm because people aren't letting you judge them anymore. They pretty much live in a balanced life, and that's okay.
hmm
That's okay.
hmm
You know.
That's right. That's right. That is so right. So I'm just texting Tammy back and let's see.
Yeah, we probably gonna have to probably reschedule that one.
hmm hmm
We're kind of far into the show right now, and
hmm
conversation has kind of changed.
hmm I don't think it's letting them in, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think after a certain time, it won't allow you in.
yeah. So I think we'll have to reschedule that and make sure that everything is working correctly. I most definitely would love to talk to them about how they met, and they've been together for a while, and to
hmm
talk to another couple that has been together probably longer than we have.
hmm
That was a good conversation. So with that being said, we enjoy these type of conversations. So if you
Let's
are
take a break and then try to bring them in.
okay, you want to take a break?
Yes, I'm going to take a break, a quick commercial, and maybe it'll bring them in and
Okay,
see what happens. Okay.
all right.
All right.
Are you looking for inspiration? Stories that share real life situations similar to yours? Well, we have the answers. Introducing Bully Magazine. Each article in this magazine shares real life stories of individuals' past pain experiences. It provides motivation to help you achieve your goals and overcome life's disappointments. We've just published our special men's issue that share 20 powerful stories how these men reached triumph. Purchase today. Go to www.bullymagazine2020.com to order your paperback copy.
At Support Joey's Heart, we share a positive deliverance to all individuals experiencing a difficult trauma in their life. We provide reassurance to release their fears by making their hearts smile. We love helping individuals gain motivation while providing the reassurance. They need to help reject the feelings of depression. Help us serve those in need by donating to our mission. Go to supportjoeysheart.org. No donation is too small for healing hearts and making them smile.
Okay, so yeah, I'm still not seeing them inside. I think after a certain time, StreamYard won't allow you to come in because she says she's in and she just sees themselves, but they don't see us on the screen. So I think after a certain time, it won't allow you in. I'm not very savvy with StreamYard. I guess to come in. So Tammy, we will try to reschedule you guys. We could always do it. We can do it and we'll talk about that. So yeah, we apologize for any inconvenience that we may have had. But yeah, we're excited to have them back and talk about how they met. So any questions, husband?
No, I don't have any questions. Just want to let you know, if you are interested in having a conversation with the Griffins, you are most definitely welcome.
Yes.
You can email us at bullymagazine2020@gmail.com.
Actually, to talk over.
Yeah. Well, we will actually leave the way to get in contact above this live here. And with that being said, I think it still was a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Got few things out. So
yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing Bully Magazine reach the top because some great things are going well for us. It's okay, Tammy. We see you in there. It's all right. We could always do it again. This time we'll practice to ensure everything goes well. But we're going to reschedule you because we're excited. And Tammy's my girl, and I love Tammy. So anyhow, if anyone else wants to be a part of the Talk Over podcast, I have put the email address inside the Talk Over Radio Show 2020@gmail.com. You can email us and let us know you want to be a part of the show. And you can talk about whatever it is that you have on your mind. That's why it's called the Talk Over. We talk over any topic, any situation. We talk about family, finances, children. We talk about relationships. We talk about religion. We talk about whatever it is, but we make fun of it, So yeah, join us whenever you like. And we will schedule a time and a date to get you on. Okay.
I think I had a private chat. I didn't see all these comments over. So let me see. I don't know if Rosie is still on. So I saw a post that when someone loses a spouse, they're a widow, or a child loses a
I didn't even
parent.
see that.
They're orphans. What's a parent called when they lose a child? They're left out. Well, I don't know what that.
Yeah, that
What,
is what am I called? Yeah, it's
I
true.
saw a post when someone loses a spouse, they're a widower. A child loses a parent, they're an orphan. What's a parent when they lose a child? I can tell you they're very hurt. I don't know if they have an actual title, but they is a painful, especially. And I don't want to like discredit fathers, but mothers. You carry this child for 9 months within your child is a part of you, and I know to go through this with Kim, and it doesn't matter how old your child is, but to go through it and to see, um, the pain that it causes, even with myself, with being with Joey for so long, and And getting to know him, I met him when he was 17 years old. So I was in his life for 10 years. And,
Yes.
I just seen him go through a lot, go through a lot. So I don't think there's a title for a mother, or a father, but I can really say a parent can really be hurt,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes. So that is it for us. We thank you all for joining us on the Talk Over podcast. And I think next week we may have another couple. I have to confirm. But if we can bring Tammy and her husband back on, maybe we can bring them on during the week and have that play and then put it on our podcast as well. So
You said
again,
play.
we can replay that back on,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
as far as how we met. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I thank you all for joining us and coming on. Everyone that's looking that we can't see. I know
It's
how that
okay.
is.
Hmm.
Mhm. But yeah, so I'm excited for everything that's going on. I'll be looking out again for the military issue. Go to our website, bullymagazine2020.com. And yeah. And I also have a PR. I have a new PR person. So shout out to Beck G. Beck G is my new PR person. And she's a shaker. She's definitely a mover and
Yeah.
shaker.
Yeah.
She's got some things and knows some people, and she's got some great ideas for me to get me where I need to be. So we are excited to be working with Beck G. So actually I meet with her tomorrow. Every Monday I'll be meeting with her. So in her office. So I'm excited for that. So thank you, Beck G.
Before we get off, I just want to um acknowledge the seventh issue of Bully magazine, which will be July issue, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, the concept is the fact that me myself, I'm turning 50 years old, and so we had an idea of a milestone issue because to get to 50 years old, I think is most definitely a milestone.
Absolutely.
Half a century. I I can honestly say, I don't. I know they say you learn new things every day, but a life well lived is a person who has learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say,
Mm-hmm.
and I know people that my age we've been here for 50 years, so we know some things. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking if you are turning 50 years old. So that
Mm-hmm.
means you have been born in 1971 and you would like to be a part of the Bully Magazine family. Join us for our seventh issue, which is the milestone issue,
Mm-hmm.
which we will be heavily promoting here soon um and soliciting stories for that particular issue. So if you're 50 years old or turning 50 years old this year, join us. Join
Mm-hmm.
me in sharing your story of what it's like to hit that milestone. And if you've already
Yes.
turned 50, that's fine. If you're turning 50 after July, that's fine too, long as you're turning 50
Mm-hmm.
in 2001. So join me on that issue. It's going to be a great issue. I think that we can share some wonderful stories, some wonderful insights
Mm-hmm.
on the journey to this age.
And give some great encouragement.
Some great
Inspire others.
encouragement. Yes, yes, yes. So, yes, join me if you are looking at this podcast and you know someone
Mm-hmm.
who's turning 50 years old. Encourage
Mm-hmm.
them to share their story in Bully
Mm-hmm.
Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great magazine, man. It's a great magazine.
Yes,
So,
it is.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's going places. So there you go. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
letting me share that, sweetheart.
You're welcome. So
Hmm.
join us again next Sunday on the Talk Over podcast. And we thank you again for giving us the opportunity to just share things that we have going on and our brands and our business. And we will have the McElroys back to share how they met on the
Hmm.
Talk Over podcast. So I
Yeah.
will be sharing the date and time, and this time we will make sure everything is up to par. So we do apologize for those that were looking to see the first How We Met couple on the Talk Over podcast. So again, join us next week. Until then, we will see you then. Bye.
Bye bye.